Int attach A. God dang. Int attach A. Blessed. All right. So, Platinum Numamon is max level, which is bananas. Oh my god, everyone is such high level. Everyone is so high level. Yes. I love it. I love that this plan worked. I love this plan worked exactly how I wanted. This plan worked exactly as I wanted. I was like, here's my idea, and it worked great. Okay, so hang on. That's Hell Crusher 3. We'll not learn Hell Crusher. Can you DNA Digivolve? I have one that I am working on DNA Digivolving. I have one that I'm working on DNA Digivolving. Or I guess two that I'm working on DNA Digivolving, but okay, I wish I could see like the skills. I wish I could look at his stats before I moved him, you know? Okay. Yeah, cuz we needed to get her attack. Oh my god, her intelligence is 248. Oh my cripes. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I want to do really quick? Hang on. Hang on. Oh, I don't have any. Okay. Okay. I'm going to make her ABI is going to be 100 before we DNA Digivolve because I need that to be 100. I need that to be 100 for me. Do you know what I mean? I need that to be 100 just for me. Okay. I don't want to DNA Digivolve anybody because everybody's at like such good levels. Oh, Savior Huckmon evolves into Slayer Dramon? That's interesting. But like, I want to have a bunch of strong Digimon for the rest of this fight. Just for the rest of this. I'm gonna move Lady Devimon to 3. But you know what I mean? Like they don't. Oh, you know, I don't need them to be super duper strong. Like they don't need to be top tier, top level Digimon. I want them to be strong. So well, you know, Galestorm 2, forget Galestorm 1 and Sonic Void. That's easy. Those should just upgrade. What are you doing to me? Digitamamon. Yeah, evolve into whatever that is. I don't know, whatever you are. What's that? Why does he turn into a monster hunter character? That's bananas. All right, I know he can evolve into Bancho Leomon, and Bancho Leomon's cool, but I don't know what this is at all, so let's pick this. It's got to be 100. You've been hit by the Digimon madness. That's a cool Liger thing. That's cool. Saber Leomon. That's cool. The big dude's just a rain boss. That's accurate. That's correct. Let's keep him a virus just for the funsies. Yeah, that guy looks like a mid like a middle WoW raid boss. Oh, Puppetmon. I forgot about Puppetmon. I also forgot Puppetmon was a mega crepe. Level 99 or higher, ABI is 120. You can't get ABI 120 until the next game, so all right, not gonna worry about him anymore. Not gonna. You. All right, what does this ghost evolve into? Oh, Myotismon. Oh my gosh, I've never got a Myotismon this whole time. Okay. That's wild. All right. No, I didn't want to investigate. Yeah, let's. Yeah, builder, good. It's still on. Okay. All right, let's go. I don't remember what the heck was happening. Breaking. I guess someone somewhere wanted this news. It's usually how it goes. Is sadly someone wanted it. Deadly Premonition 2 out now on Steam. I guess. I mean, I hope they fix some of the problems with that game. I'm glad it's not locked to a Nintendo console. I'll say that, just for game preservation. There's a Nakano bulletin board. I'm not sure what that means, but let's. There's a second board with cases, is what I'm hearing. Oh. Bulletin board is packed with people's grievances. I hear strange groans during the night. I saw a monster shadow inside Nakano Broadway. Bizarre things are happening. Okay. Hey, we got another case. I hope you're ready for another hard day. What? What's this about the bulletin board? People are saying this place is taking a turn for the even weirder. All right. Sounds like the residents have a lot of pent up frustration they're letting out. We definitely aren't lacking in people who've got it out for us. Once you get a bad apple in their eyes, you're always one, even if you're innocent. Let's see what we can do to clear our good name. What do you say? Sure? Is there a case? Yes. Nakano's Legendary Busters. Strange rumors in Broadway. Solve them with these guys. Hey, oh, these guys. Oh, May. early today. Of course, when I heard you had something intriguing to share with the club, how could we not rush on over? May, calm down. You sound a little overeager. Sorry, detective. She's just worked up. That's May for you. I wouldn't have it any other way. See, it's all the same gang from our Shibuya Harasaka experiment earlier as well. I'll be surprised to see you all still part of the occult club. Takes guts to stay around whatever after what happened in Shibuya. That's all on May. After that experiment, she really started devoting herself to running the club. She's practically on fire. She's on fire! I owe it to you all now that I know there are really strange mysteries like that looking around in the world. Just don't say I didn't warn you if you get caught up with these, something serious one of these days. I'm doing the research precisely to prevent that from ever happening. You have to know what you're up against to survive. Everybody knows that. Anyway, sorry to call you out here when you're so busy as it is. Perfectly fine, I promise. When we hear the occult is foot somewhere, we can't help but come running as fast as we can. You know, I respect that. It's our job as the Inodin Occult Research Club. Well, I appreciate your vigor. Still, that being said, Tokyo's had its fair share of occult phenomenon going on these days. Why bother coming over to our neck of the woods? Oh, well, when you put it like that. Isn't it obvious? Nakano's leagues apart from anywhere else you could call an occult mecca. Exactly. I couldn't put it better myself, Kenji. That's what I'd hope for out of the vice president. Oh, May. Kenji, you're not exactly doing us any favors getting all hyped up even more. Well, what I said is still true. All sorts of weird, unusual things go down here in Nakano. I mean, there's the bleeding mural that's said to have blood gushing out of its mouth and eyes on in the first floor lobby, for starters. Then there's a skeleton pool home to a pile of abandoned corpses that turned to bones overnight. Wait, hang on, that one's... Rumor has it, late at night, there are people clad in white flying over the roof while holding a hidden sabbat. And you also got the mysterious fish rains that have poured down over Nagano for ages. All these things remained unsolved, so naturally. Funny you should mention those specifically, because I actually solved them all already. What? You already solved them? What's this already talk? This is my home base, and as a detective, if you tell me something weird's up, of course I'm going to look around. That's all long in the past. I like the idea that these kids have like, oh yeah, this is when that weird, mysterious thing happened. And Kyoko's like, yeah, I solved that on Thursday. Like, why the long face? I didn't say this case wouldn't be up your alley. As for your reward, how about I give you all my file on the so-called supernatural cases I've worked on? Oh, of course we'll do it. Tell us more. That's the spirit. I fully intend to make use of your club's unique expertise for today's case. As we've already discussed, Tokyo has become a real hotbed for the supernatural, and it goes without saying that Nakano is no exception. The reports and complaints I've been getting from other tenants don't look to be letting up anytime soon, and so they've asked me to solve some. It's wild to me that they're like, oh yeah, a whole bunch more supernatural stuff's been happening lately. Do you mean lately when a crazy lady opened a portal to the digital world and your world's meshed and now there's like just digital monsters running around and cyberspace is bleeding into reality? Do you mean that? Do you mean when this is happening? Could it be that they're related? Only time will tell. But even with my assistant on board, there are just too many for us to handle by ourselves. There's essentially 4 different odd phenomenon going on that I want you guys to solve with your passion and young sensibility. 4 oddities, okay. I want you to figure out what's behind 3-legged Matthew, who wanders around these parts in search of something. Then I want you to look into the Katakata, who roams the floors of Nakano Broadway. Then look into the Reaper elevator, which ascends from the basement to the 4th floor at 2 a.m. And last but not least, see what you can find out about Master Tip Tap, a spirit. Well, these all sound great. It's going to be lots of fun to work on. Giving these legends their names based on eyewitness accounts, so it's up to you all to solve Nagano's urban legends, all right? It's exciting. I can't wait to get started. Everyone, we're heading to K Cafe to formulate our plan on the double. And then she's going to turn to me and be like, okay, so that was to get him out of our way. All right, everyone to K Cafe. Don't think you get to take it easy. You're joining up with them, too. Wait, you just said... Might be awkward to ask if your assistant kind of zones out sometimes. Everything all right? Nothing too severe right now, but I can tell things are starting to get unstable with Ami's body. Control over data is slipping. Ami seems to have even forgotten what's happened there. I mean, that's a good point. That definitely hasn't come up as much as I thought it would. Now that we're well into the night, our time has finally come to spring into action. Since we're here, may as well start on the first floor. Going through every floor, checking whether these strange things are actually taking place, right? Right. Since the reports of three-legged Matthew seem to center around this floor, we'll start with that for now and go from there. All right, let's get to work. What do you think three-legged Matthew is? Just... All right, there's no reason to go that way, apparently. Figured out a little bit of three-legged Matthew's backstory. Get this. 30 years ago, there was this popular Anita doll whose clothes you could swap out. Matthew was another doll who was her ex-boyfriend. That's weird. It's weird to very specifically be, oh, originally he was described as being her fiance, but another male doll that showed up later, Lance, a diplomat, became popular. At one point, Lance and Anita got hitched and Matthew was regulated to the ex-boyfriend position. That's hilarious. Wait, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. I love both of you making the same joke. I love it. Kara, hello. I wouldn't go that way if I were you. It's just a bad direction to head in this hour. What does that mean? Turns out there's an epilogue. After he lost Anita to Lance, Matthew went insane and attacked Lance, chopping his body up and sending the pieces to Anita. Things didn't go according to plan when he tried to send the final piece to her, a single leg. As it turns out, Anita was putting Lance's body back together using forbidden dark magic. What Matthew did in response was attach that final leg to his own body, ostensibly in an effort to ensure Lance could never be revived. Ever since, he's apparently been walking around with much difficulty on his three legs, roaming around here and there, forever searching for memories of the good old days he and Anita once had. What is happening? These are dolls! Y'all! I think Manaka and Keiji make a cute pair, don't you? Oh, but don't tell him I said that. Great. I love that that's what she has to talk about. Nagano at night seems really creepy. During the day, there's some floors I don't like visiting, but that's something else. Oh. Then on the ordinary here. All right, on to the second floor. This is a weird. All right. Oh, so we just gave up on that one? Okay. We turn our attention to Kata Kata. We just gave up on that one. We were just like, we can't find it, so we're done. Naga's such a fraidy cat. She still loves it when KG talks about the occult stuff all passionately and stuff. I love it. I love that that's what she's into. I don't think anyone could go up against a spirit that can go 150 kph, but have any hope of escaping. If you bump into it, it's game over. Where's my weird Digimon horror game? That'd be interesting. How did... From what I can tell, Kata Kata is derived from the famous Teki Teki legend. Teki Teki is an apparition who lost her feet in a train accident. She can travel up to 150 kph with just her arms, laughing as she pursues people. Kata Kata is therefore an altered form that Teki Teki came to adopt after many years. What? The name Teki Teki supposedly comes from the sound she makes when she moves with her arms. So where does Kata Kata come from? You're already playing it. It scared me. You've played this game for as long as you have. Yeah, 357 hours. Incredible. 357 hours. I'm a champion. Let's split up and get to work, everyone. All right. Seem totally bored, Lily. You're just spouting weird stuff now. Hey, Manaka, how are things going with you and KG? How far have you two progressed? Tell me. What better time is there to talk about love than the middle of the night? See, this is... I love it. Just like, hey, what have you guys done? What have you guys done? I think I figured out why she's called Kata Kata. Katakata originally lost her legs after falling onto the train tracks in Hokkaido. Maybe her name comes from the sound teeth make when chattering. That's terrible. I don't like this one. This one is actually kind of scary. I don't like it. If you happen to meet Katakata, she'll ask, need your legs. And if you don't give her the right response, she'll run off with yours. What's the right response? It's, I'm using them right now. She's surprisingly cool if it turns out. Why isn't there anything special happening tonight? Ooh, one more floor to go. Surely there's something to find up on the 4th floor. Come on, let's go. All right. Come to us, O Reaper elevator. Make thyself known. Then it opens. It's just a bunch of blood. Why isn't anything showing up? I called out to it and everything. There's no sign of it appearing at all. This sucks. I hate it. I just want to see the Green Reaper at least once in my lifetime. Is that too much to ask? Man, it's okay. There's still hope. Just keep it together. I never took it to be the type to throw a tantrum when things go poorly. Maybe we're getting worried. Why don't we take a little break at K Cafe? We met up yesterday afternoon. The owner said it was fine to use it as a break room. It shouldn't be locked. She's not listening to reason. I'm in favor of it. I'm beat. I could use a rest after all this investigating. We can't. There's still Kotsu to check. We have to check everything again, top to bottom. There should be something here. I just know it. All right, we get it. Let's go inside K Cafe for a bit so we can reassess the situation. Sound good? And then the door gets locked from the inside by an evil Digimon, and we have to play a killing game. And Keiji confesses his true feelings. It's great. There's nothing here. No ghosts, no spirits, nothing. Oh, cheer up. Since when does the good stuff ever happen on the first day you do this sort of work? I just want to see Matthew, Katakata, the Reaper Elevator, and Master Tip Tap. It's okay. I'm sure something will come along soon. Really? You sure? Ah! What's wrong? Don't you guys hear it? You're right. Is that the elevator? Maybe it's Kyoko? She's not the only resident here. Who could it be? Maybe it's a cop. Oh, fuck. That sound just now. The elevator just arrived on this floor? It must have. It's the Reaper elevator. He came. Oh, no. Oh, my God. That sound. Is it Master Tip Tap? Now it's a different sound. Don't tell me it's... Ah! The mysterious old man. Wait, was that somebody's voice? What's going on here? What are you kids doing in here? We can ask the same question. Why are you here so late? Late, Missy, it's morning already. I always come in here to relax around this time. Huh? But it's not even 4. Well, actually, it makes sense. My grandpa tends to get up really early, too. Oh, I get it now. That's why the that's why the K Cafe owner had this place unlocked, so this guy could use it. Hey, Ami, what's wrong? Wait, am I seeing what I think I am? Is that a third leg? What are you blathering about now? God. Those dentures, are they making that chattering noise because they're misaligned? You came from the elevator. Would that make you the Reaper? Who are you calling a Reaper? The tapping sound must have come from... Oh, you mean to tell me this old guy is the one behind all the local urban legends? One truth prevails. You have to be kidding. Oh. May's mournful cries we heard throughout the building that night. Oh, this is very silly. So it looks like you guys came through and solved all the mysteries. I couldn't have asked for a better end result than what you found out. What's so good? It's all just because that old guy takes early morning walks. Perhaps, as they say, truth's stranger than fiction. Get real here. Who could have ever seen any of this coming? Let me ask you. While you were out running around solving mysteries, what were you picturing inside your head? Did you see things in pitch dark, hear things in deafening silence? Personally, in my opinion, I'd say such strong human imaginations are key to engaging in supernatural research. I feel like I kind of get it, but I don't at the same time. Those are just my own thoughts on the matter. Don't read too deeply into them. Hopefully, having reached the conclusion that you guys have, it's giving you some time to think about individually. Now, as promised, I believe I have my files to hand off as your reward. That won't be necessary. We'll solve those other mysteries ourselves through our own efforts. Our own efforts and our boundless passion and imagination. Oh, that's a fantastic attitude to have. Wow, Kenji, it's actually kind of cool of you to say that. Perhaps I was out of line then. If you insist that much, then I wouldn't worry about. Oh, no, no, no. We'll still gladly take them off your hands, detective. What are you saying, May? Haven't you been paying attention to what's going on? No? Do you mean to tell me you're not even a little interested in what's inside those files? Really, Manaka? Maybe just a little. If you aren't, then I'll go ahead and read them by myself. And that's not fair. Man, and here I was thinking I was acting cool for once. Ah, Cage, you did great. Don't let's get you down. Just try harder next time. You just gotta try harder to be cool, you know? That's definitely how you be cool. Didn't expect them to run off with only one of my files. Either way, we can now report back to the other tenants. Those issues are taken care of. Hopefully that'll improve our standing a little. Those occult club kids are something, though. They're growing up so fast. Maybe one of these days they start to be friendly rivals of yours. That'd be fun, right? You mean when my body eventually deteriorates back into the internet? Hello? What makes me drag my old bones out here every morning, I wonder? This place feels real nostalgic to me for some reason, but I can't pinpoint the reason why. What the? Huh? Oh. Miko. Miko? Excuse me? What do you... It's always interesting how mysteries often lead to and tie into one another, but I digress. Great work. All right. What do you got to say? I haven't seen Pete in a while. I doubt he's left knocking on Broadway, but something's been troubling him. All right, let's go find Pete. Oh, dude. I'm just gonna go to K Cafe. K Cafe and Metal Man. Not to be confused with Metal Mon. No, okay. Listen, it's as good a place to start as any. It's as good a place to start as any. Oh, that's fun. I was curious. I was like, eh. Excuse me. Oh, what's this? What facility can you go to? From what facility can you go to the Digifarm? The Digilab. Pete. Oh, it's you, huh? Do you know what I am? Because I don't. I don't feel anything. Not a thing. Ah! What happened? Pete disappeared in front of you? Come back here for now. A new case that's just came in that's cause for concern. It could be related to what you just witnessed. Okay. It's like, do you know what I am? Like, yeah, dog, you're a Digimon. And then just like, ah! No, I ran past the door. Ghost cat building. Difficulty 4. I've been looking so long. My Miko, my poor cat. Please find Miko. Difficulty 4, though. This place comes from Old Man Mizushima. I remember him as the one behind those 4 urban legends you investigated with the Occult Club members. Well and truly is a small world, even when it feels bigger than ever in some ways. He's tasked with tracking down his cat. Frankly, during times like this, there's something to be said for a down-to-earth gig like this one. Mizushima said he'd be waiting for you at K Cafe, though he didn't state when. Wouldn't hurt to go on ahead and check things out at the cafe, so do that. Yeah, he'll meet me in the cafe at 2 a.m. I went the wrong way. Hello? Is it an earthquake? Okay. An earthquake? No, I didn't feel anything of the sort. So old man Mizushima's not in right now? Alright. You originally met him early in the morning, right? May as well come back around the same time, see if he shows up. The next day, early morning. Let's head for K Cafe. Should hopefully be there at this hour. Oh, it's this. Why am. Man. Oh. Oh, it's you again. I've been waiting. You stopped by yesterday afternoon but couldn't find me? Oh, you must have just had bad timing. I've been waiting here forever for you. Oh, what's done is done. Let's let bygones be bygones and start searching now. My Miko, you see, is inside this wall here. What? Are you at K Cafe right now? I'm picking up readings of really strong digital wave vibrations from the 4th floor. It's a really huge current coursing through there. My money's on that old time capsule being the cause of them. What's that, an earthquake? No, I can confirm it's definitely not. There's no movement here on the 4th floor. You're just sensing the intense digital wave. It's... I don't want to know. It's better not knowing. Things are fine as they are. It's better if they don't change. Please stop. Don't wake me up from this. It's Miko. No, I'm Pete. Whatever you are, Miko, just come back to me. No, I can't. That's too much to ask of me. I'm not... Ami, please, leave me alone. Let things stay just the way they are. Oh, I'm sorry, Miko. I'm sorry. Oh, did I finally get through to you again? Vibrations have stopped for now, but the digital waves are still as intense as ever. There's something big brewing in there. As I suspected earlier, they're coming from that old vacuum tube computer inside the wall. The digital waves are gushing out of there from the old intranet lines that computer is hooked up to. So much so, they're forming a cybernetic ley line, a digital line of sorts. If that persists, it's only a matter of time before its effects are felt in the real world. I need you to go inside the vacuum tube computer and do what you can to stop it. Counting on you. Is it difficulty 4 because I gotta fucking fight Pete? That's the problem. I gotta fight cute little Pete, and they understand how difficult that is. Alright. Please let me be. Don't wake me from this dream. What's going on with Pete? There's only one way to find out. Pete's got a flamethrower and an instant death bite move. All right, listen, Pete's just a little cat, and then like right before the battle, he digivolves into like a huge, like he digivolves like straight to like the thing I had the Saber Leomon, and you're just like, well, this isn't fair. Oh man, is it all cats? Of course you're in the cat dimension. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's all cats, I'm gonna have a good giggle. If it's all cat Digimon. Oh man, you know what? Okay, hang on. Hang on. Okay, yeah, hang on. Let me look at something. Where are you going? Shut up, old man. I got Digimon business. Attack is 120. Her attack is 99. Okay. Hey. I have 3 power pines. Hang on. What about Lady Devimon's stats? As far as I know, the only thing that matters for Lady Devimon is camaraderie. So I made a save just in case. I made a save. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So you great. Attack plus 20. Oh. Okay. I can buy them. We just got lucky. I can buy them in a little bit. Okay. So now, yes. Finally, we can finally do it. DNA Digivolve. Yes. Mastamon. Chaos degradation. Reduce HP of all foes by 25%. Okay. Love it. Oh my god, she learned so many moves. She learned so many moves, Jesus. Okay, well you don't need to learn because they got smushed together. So, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, hang on. Hang on. I assume she is both Mon spell list. Yeah, that's what I think. Okay. So we're gonna trim. Her special ability boosts light and dark attacks. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yo, Hero. Hero, how are you? Hero, thank you so much for using your Prime. Friggin' 11 months. Thank you so much, homie. How are you? How are you doing? So tired, but I'm good. I hope you've been doing all right. I hope work has been all right. ABI 110. What the fuck? What the fuck? Incredible. Okay, hang on. I definitely need to mess with her skills. Yo, Fuego, what's going on? Work's all right. Life is challenging, but we're moving forward. I'm hoping for the best for you, buddy. I'm hoping for the best for you. Let me know if there's anything. Let me know if there's anything you need, anything I can do to help. Oh, who has the Sage one? Grandrickmon. Oh, that's not what I want. No, you know what? I just keep her from getting dotted. That's fine. That's pay my rent, please. You know, it's a fair point. It's a fair question, honestly. Yeah, let's get a good neutral. Yeah. Yeah. So we've got a light skill, we've got a dark skill, we got a neutral skill, we got heal, we got revive, and we got chaos degradation. Great. I wish she had more equipment slots, but we got a heckin' super cool DNA Digivolve. Combine the ABI. Maybe. I thought Lady Devimon's ABIs was in like the 40s. School? How's school been going, Fuego? But hell yeah, now we have Mastamon. Now we have Mastamon. Oh, that was worth it. That was so worth it. Yeah, I know the feeling, Hero, and it sucks. But I'm hoping for the best for you, homie. All right. Oh, just just hello, Monzamon. All right. Get hacked. Oh wait. Yeah. Still the number one overpriced housing market in the States for our area. Hope things get more affordable in the future. At least having not to fix the car anymore should be of help. Yeah, I definitely feel that. Considering considering we're literally moving out of the state because of how expensive it is to live here, like I definitely understand it. Which that reminds me, I need to call some places when I get done with stream today. Don't come to Idaho. I wasn't planning on it. Thank you for the tip, but I wasn't planning on it, so. Not in a rude way, but like, yeah, nah, I wasn't. You know what I mean? What are wow, her attack stat actually has a good boost if you take out the 30 points from training. I wonder if the attack stats go up equally, and that's the idea. Is you're combining. I wonder, is Lady Devimon like attack focused, and then Anjuamon is magic focused, and then you put them together? I'm not sure why it's a lot of people's first choice. Not to be rude, it would not be my first choice. At the very least, I would go move to Ohio to live near Brian. You know what I mean? I agree. Then again, I've lived here for a while. That's where you're at. Sapphire, good morning. Ohio seems fine. Ohio seems nice. I don't know what anything costs, you know, because I haven't looked, but seems fine. Why do you have to know who I really am? No response. Let's find Pete. Gotta go. Gotta get ready for work. Here, thank you for stopping in, buddy. I love you. I hope work is going well. Thank you again for that Prime sub. It means the world. It really does. All right, let's start. I don't remember if we've been here before. Let's start poking around. Oh, well, there's a box there, and there's whatever that is. That seems good. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know what that is. That seems good though. Let's. I love it. I love being so strong. Nakano Broadway construction part 1. Construction plans for Nakano Broadway were announced in 1959, ultimately taking 7 years to complete. The reason for the lengthy duration was due to a major issue that routinely manifested throughout the process. During land leveling, underground water leaked, resulting in an immediate halt to any and all work within the area. A large lake formed, and the site was left alone for a long time. Mysteriously, large fish appeared en masse, attracting fishermen. Records also indicate people bathed there in large numbers, and a child at one point drowned in the lake. Well, that's bad. Today, something terrible happened. A strange Digimon appeared in the middle of my bed. It was so cold in there. Even when I tried calling out for help, nobody came for me. But these 2 detectives eventually showed up, Kyoko and Ami. Ami asked me who I was, but I said I didn't know. So Kyoko gave me a name. She decided to call me Pete because I'm sort of a time capsule. Yep, Pete, that's my name. Made me so happy to have one. Names really are special things to have. Got keyword Pete. Oh, dag. Do 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 do. I got a really good team. I'm really happy with this team. You know, Oh, Flame Dramon's max level. Flame Dramon is max level. That means I'm probably gonna go drop him off at the put him back in the digibank. Orgumon has 159 attack. Oh, buddy. We've got such strong Digimon. It's so cool. We're so cool. Yeah, I kind of feel like Pokemon Home has poisoned me again for monster builders. Because like I love the idea of figuring out how to build like the best Flame Dramon and just getting like the best moves I can and all this. And then it's like, but for why though? You know? It feel like, but you know what I mean? Like I like, and that makes me feel silly. It makes me feel silly that I don't want to play the game because I can't use it after the game, like no, just play the game. Enjoy the game for what it is, you know. If I want to build up a perfect Flame Dramon, then do that, but like the doing it is its reward, you know what I mean? Just punch those angels. Nope, nothing here. And I guess that is you know, it's kind of part of what I like about Pokemon is like, oh yeah, I can, you know, train and build up like the perfect Venusaur and then and then be like, all right, and done. Like, like done. I did it. Oh, Mastamon learned Shining Laser 3. That means we get rid of Shining Laser 2. Nakano Broadway Construction Part 2. No blueprints exist for Nakano Broadway. 1961 saw the Japanese government commence its income doubling plan in order to re-energize the post-war economy. In tandem with unemployment policies, public works projects flooded the country, with major construction companies allotted huge budgets. Around 1962, one such project, the main route for the Shuto Expressway, was completed ahead of schedule. It was at that point attention turned back towards Nakano Broadway. Idle laborers and resources were funneled into the area from central Tokyo, at which point work on the building commenced in earnest. It's likely there wasn't time to even think about preparing proper blueprints for Nakano Broadway at that stage. Yoshido really likes the girl named Fuyume Yuki. He always sits me on his lap and tells me all about her. Everything is perfect about her, he says. Her singing, her dancing, her looks, everything. He says she's 1 in a million among idols. I can't do any of those things. I can't sing, I can't dance. But what I want to do is curl up and fall asleep on Yoshido's lap. I love doing that. I also just love hearing Yoshido talk to me so happily. Oh, that's cute. Cat vibes. Cute cat vibes. I love it. Is there one down here now? No, okay. But yeah, there's I wonder how the move relearner for Pokemon will go between gens, because it'd be very interesting to get an early Gen Mon. Yeah, I wonder how that works. I wonder how the move relearner works if you move it between generations. Move relearner for Pokemon moved between games. Moving a few of your Pokemon from Sword to Pearl. Well, they can go back and forth, which is really nice. So you can learn level up moves. Okay, so there are very specific restrictions. Okay. It can only teach a Pokemon moves its species can learn in the game at hand. Okay, very interesting. Just had to re-download Pokemon Home to the Switch. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that you can do that. I like that works. It's making me become interested in doing my Ribbon Master hunt again. Oh, there was one here. Nakano Broadway Construction Part 3. With no blueprints, concrete was poured and rebar was erected, tailored to the land around the site. When construction was concluded 4 years later, the final building had 3 underground floors as well as 10 floors above ground. East Asia's greatest commercial building was therefore constructed on little more than sheer willpower. However, this came at a cost some aspects of Nakano Broadway's integrity. The escalator, for instance, only connects the first 3 floors. Most of the underground floors have also gone unused in the ensuing years. Such quirks are direct results of the circumstances surrounding the building's inception. Yoshido told me that he and his son have been to a World's Fair once. He said that the line to see the moon rocks was really long, so long it made them tired, but he said his son still had a good time. People also call Yoshida Chief Mizushima. His full name is Yoshida Mizushima. Yoshida is a big important man in the computer room, so he doesn't get to go out with his son too much. He's glad they got to see the World's Fair. I wish I could have seen the World's Fair with Yoshido too, but he and I are always together in the computer room. So it's okay. I'm content. You got the keyword Yoshida Mizushima. Husband and I had no idea what it was really used for, so we deleted it from the Switch. really in the beginning, when it first came out, what it was good for was transferring your Pokemon from bank so that you could use it in Sword and Shield. And they had some events that you could get from Pokemon Home if you use the phone version. So oh, hello, Black King Numamon. Oh man, we finally get to use Mastamon. Blap. Oh, she has a little fang. Oh my god, that's so cute. But yeah, for a bit it really was just laying the groundwork for connecting bank to the Switch ecosystem. Oh, I didn't use Mock Rush. Bummer. And to do some events and stuff. And and it's the only connection to the GTS. It was the only connection to the GTS. So yeah, now that more games supported it, makes a bit more sense. Nagano Construction Part 4. In most cases, large commercial buildings are run by their owners who control everything from PR to tenants and international bylaws. Broadway was an exception. From the very start, shop and residential spaces alike were sold piecemeal. People who bought their real estate inside the building were then free to utilize it however they pleased. Because of this, soon after Nakano Broadway opened, shop owners and residents started remodeling work on their respective stores and apartments. In the end, this meant the formal blueprints for Nakano weren't drafted until 8 years after the building was originally completed. Even in those early days, the building's layout had already become too unwieldy for anyone to fully grasp at that stage. Yoshido always has me sitting on his lap, petting my head all nice and gently. I love Yoshido. Yoshido always calls me Miko. Miko is a girl's name. But Yoshido gave it to me, so I love it. You got keyword Miko. And I got a text message. What kind of people are your friends? They're cool. They're cool. Oh, the second episode of the Hisui and Snow anime is up. I still haven't watched it. Here, let me check something really quick. Okay, so I can. Okay. I'll wait until then. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Do I have to go ask the old man about these things, or am I building up? Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I got a Broadway 5. The basement of Broadway once housed a vacuum tube computer within its walls. It had been brought into the building after the end of World War II by war criminals who evaded arrest Shielded from the prying eyes of MacArthur's GHQ. The vacuum tube computer's purpose in those days remains a mystery. It's possible it could have been utilized for things such as mathematical computations or code breakings, but such speculation is unconfirmed. As time went on, there was eventually no one left to carry on the original purpose set forth for the terminal. At that point, the computer was apparently buried inside a wall. It's dark in here. All dark. I can't see a thing. I'm okay being in the dark. I'm not scared of it, but it's never been this dark before. Yoshida's not here. I don't even smell him. I can't go back outside. Yoshida, where are you? Yoshida. Yoshida. Please let me sit on your lap and pet my head again. Yoshido. Yoshi. To. Now you know. Now you know who I really am. I'm this weird computer from World War II. It's begun. I have to say, this is a bit more than I bargained for. If this keeps up, the building's gonna collapse for sure. Of her just sitting in her office. Who am I? Someone, anyone tell me. Oh, hi. Oh. You're Pete. Is he computer? Is he the cat? No one knows. Pete. No, that's not right. Oh, did I pick wrong? So we're fighting. Am I supposed to be like, oh yeah, you're Miko, because I saw the thing. Because I got all the answers. I bet you that's it. I bet you that's it. I'm supposed to be like, you're Miko. That might be why it's so hard. Like, that might be why the difficulty's 4 stars. Because it's like, oh yeah, you could just fuck it up and get it wrong and fight forever. Helix! That's really funny. That's really funny. Helix has figured out the perfect template for the resub message. Helix, thank you for the resub. Thank you for 17 months. How the heck are you? That's right, my name is Miko. Yoshida's my friend. Pete is your friend. Yoshida's calling out for me. He's been looking for me this whole time, and he found me. Yoshido. I wonder if I get a bonus if I say the right name. Helix, how the heck are you this morning? How was your weekend? Not have to worry about any broken coffee cups. Oh god, all the coffee. Miko, it's really you. Yoshi, I'm so sorry. You've been waiting for me for so long. I'm the one who should be apologizing. I'm the one who left you alone this whole time. I'm so sorry, my friend. No, it's okay. You don't have to be sorry. I know you've been waiting for me since the day you had to go. Oh, Miko. Thank you. If it wasn't for you, I'd never live to see Miko with my own eyes again. Oh? I should explain. You see, back when the vacuum tube computer room was still around, I lived here in this building away from my family. The computer room was where I used to work. The only family I ever had with me that whole time was Miko here. I talked to Miko about everything. My memories, my family, Fuyume Yuki, anything to keep my loneliness at bay. He would join me at the computer room, and we spent many, many hours together over the years. Eventually, they closed down the room and sealed the whole thing off with a thick wall, like it was never there to begin with. It was around that time I lost Miko too. I couldn't find him wherever I looked. I had a bad feeling about where he might have ended up. Came back here who knows how many times to rescue him. But in the end, I couldn't do anything for him. Gave up, and over time, nearly forgot about him. Before I knew it had been decades since we'd last been together. I can't thank you enough for making this happen. We wouldn't have been reunited without you, kid. Thank you so much. Now we can go back to living together again. Thank you. I'll never forget this day. Haha! We did it. We did a good deed. Weekend was good. Saturday, my friends and I watched Heartstopper for my birthday. Sunday, caught up with some DC shows. Nice. Did you do anything else for your birthday, or was that? I mean, that sounds good. I don't mean to imply that, like, was that all? But, like, I hope it was good. I see. Nice work. I can only imagine how hard it was. You did a really good job. Pete was our Pete was actually a cat named Miko, sealed deep inside a wall, along with that old vacuum tube computer from the American occupation days. Somehow using the building's internet. Wait, the American occupation days? Did America occupy Japan? I don't think that happened. Rather than the power of its ley line, he merged with the computer and became a Digimon. Oh, wait, he was really a cat. Wait. Okay, hang on. So what happened? After World War II, they moved this big-ass computer secretly into the basement of this building. And this guy worked on that computer all day doing who knows what. And he had a cat that lived in the building. It was a real cat. And when they eventually shut that project down, again, whatever it was doing, they accidentally, maybe, sealed the cat in the room with the computer. And the cat died. I think that's definitely, we could definitely read into it that the cat died. And then it became a Digimon? It merged. That's what Kyoko just said. Like, it merged with the ley line and became a Digimon? The power of that computer was so strong. It turned the ghost of that cat into a Digimon. Digimon's a wild fucking game. Digimon's a wild fucking game. That's exactly what happened, maybe. Yeah, that's the best we can say. That's exactly what happened, maybe. Friday went to Doctor Strange. That was the big birthday outing. Nice. How was Doctor Strange? I wanted to ask. I wasn't sure if you had seen it. The series is crazy and I love it. Yeah. Like, just we can't say for sure what the actual assimilation process entailed at this point. We know better than the doubt it happened. It's amazing how much and yet how little the digital and real worlds are siphoned off for one another. Imagine the reason Pete showed up after all these years is because of the digital wave abnormalities we've seen. You know, there's one thing about the whole story that bugs me a little. Exposed chest lab coats a vibe. You mentioned towards the end, old man Mizushima said, now we can go back to living together again, right? What do you think he meant by that? Not only that, but in the case you solved earlier, he was the one behind the urban legends. How did he keep breaking into the building? Let's assume for the sake of the argument, he somehow had access to an entrance that let him come and go at the timing he did. If he'd physically been getting in the building so much that way that he was being reported, you'd think something would have gone differently. Any theories you'd like to propose? He's also a ghost. He's also a ghost. Please leave us be. Don't go looking for us. No, yeah, no. It's probably better we do indeed let sleeping dogs lie. Alternatively, we could let the occult kid clubs know about this. Occult kid clubs, that's what I said. Occult club kids know about this. But they'd have a real field day. They came face to face with a real... you know what? Nah, let's keep it to ourselves. I was like, this happens sometimes in Japanese stuff. Not all mysteries need to be solved. Nakano Broadway brings many things together. The spirit world and the world of the living. And now the physical and the digital. Truly, nothing is impossible in this crazy hole in the wall we call home. I love this. I love... This happens every so often with Japanese stuff, specifically, at least that I've seen, where, like, they'll figure out that someone is actually a ghost. First of all, I love the idea that, like, like, oh, that person was actually a ghost. And that it doesn't feel like malicious or weird or anything. It's just like, oh, that person was actually a ghost. That's wild. And just this, like, should we look into it? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. The couches look so empty without Pete around. We better get more clients to help keep them warm. Yeah, that's the thing I'm sad about. No more Pete. No more Pete hanging out in the office. It was great. I definitely recommend giving it a watch. Yeah, we were going to go last weekend. We were going to go watch it last weekend. Oh, what? Hey. Motherfucker. I'm in a hurry. I have a message for you. Come to Odaiba. Suedo said the weekend Examon will be heading back there. It's your chance to defeat Examon. Help Suedo. Listen up, though. Come alone. Don't tell Kyoko or anyone else. Just you. See you later. This is a trap. This is a trap and a half. This is 5 levels of traps. Get out of here. Get out of here. How was your weekend? Did GoFest go well? I saw some rumblings on Twitter and Reddit. Okay. So... so GoFest, right? So GoFest. So my GoFest was fine. My GoFest was good. Aaron and I went to campus both days. We made food. We got to hang out with our neighbor for probably the last time before we moved, which was nice. You know, he's a nice guy. He also plays Pokemon Go, so hanging out with him is cool. Oh, I like you can go to you can go back here. That's neat. I like that they're a little flexible with that. That's fun. And we went out, had a good time. And so I want to look at like what the listed bonuses were for GoFest last year versus this year, because I think at the end of the day, you know, like I had a good time, right? I had a good time. Aaron had a good time. We had a good time specifically. I think looking at the things that were available and the bonuses that were available and in terms of like what the event was, last year's GoFest was better in like every way. Last year's GoFest was better in every way. Because of the bonuses that were out, because of the Pokemon that were available. It feels to me, looking at all of the, like I said, like just the event details itself, this event feels kind of rushed in a weird way, or it feels like they just, it doesn't feel like the same amount of effort was applied. That could be because they're also trying to get people to buy the in-person tickets to their events. You know, they're like, hey, you know, we don't want to give you a really good event because maybe hopefully you'll buy the ticket to the event that's near you, which is obviously speculation on my part. I've never done GoFest. I figured I'd ask since I trust y'all. Yeah, I think it is possible. I'm of the opinion that it is possible to have fun with a bad thing. You know, like I said, Aaron and I had a fun time specifically. We got some cool shinies. It was nice to get out. We love walking around campus because it's a really nice space. You know, we enjoyed the event overall, but looking at it, it feels like it's not all there. Now, somebody made a really good point on Reddit that I'm keeping in mind, because there's the the ticket that we bought for GoFest was the GoFest event, and then whatever this finale event is as well. So I'm holding some judgment, you know, I'm holding some criticism in reserve, with the understanding that like this event exists. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it would be disingenuous to leave that out of the equation to an extent. So we'll have to see what that is. Because that is where a lot of the price for the event came from. The problem was you couldn't buy the GoFest ticket separate and then buy the finale ticket later. You had to buy the combo if you wanted to do GoFest. So that's a problem. I don't know. There's a lot of people on Reddit that were complaining about like not getting enough shinies, and that's a very difficult argument for me to field. And I think that like that's a difficult argument to make, because like, what is a good shiny rate? Like, just because you buy a ticket shouldn't mean that you oh, I caught 87 shinies, it's incredible. And if that's your only metric on whether it's a good event or not, I think that's a really hard conversation to have. You know what I mean? Like, that is not the metric of what a good event is, in my opinion. Because there's more going on in Pokemon Go than that. So, like, people having those conversations, I'm not interested in that conversation, right? There was someone that was talking about like, hey, on day two, we got in 2021, we got 9 free remote passes from doing special research and a box of 3 free remote raid passes. Whereas this year we only got a box of 3 free remote raid passes. I'm like, that's great. That's great criticism. That's a great thing to talk about. That's a great thing we can discuss. And in the same post, they were like, last year we had, on day 2 of raid day, we had cycling raid bosses of a pool of 37 legendaries, 31 of which could be shiny if that's what you're going for. Whereas this year we had 1 new legendary. We had Groudon and Kyogre, and you know, we had these other things. And I'm like, this is great. This is good conversation. It's narrowing it down too much to say if it made the event good or bad. Right. I could just as easily go and be like, I only caught 1 hundo. This event was terrible. Like, but that, you know, like that's really hard to say. You got the raids, incense spawns, catch bonuses, research, etc. Yeah. So speaking of the incense spawns, someone else made a really good point. To get the full benefit of the ticket that you paid for, you had to be using incense the whole time, right? Or else some Pokemon just wouldn't spawn. Which, like, he made, like I just read that message and I went, huh. I didn't even consider that. Do you know what I mean? Because like, it's such a assumption that if you're doing a special event, you would be running incense. But I'm like, that's a good point. I paid money for the event. Not only use it, but keep moving for the full benefit. I think that it was adjusted for the event, but I haven't heard 100% footsie. But yeah, I think so. I believe it said that incense had increased efficacy, which I think means that it's 1 a minute regardless, but I haven't seen 100%. But it usually always works better if you're moving. But someone said that, and I was like, that's a really good point. And then someone pointed out that there weren't special eggs to hatch or special field research for this event. And I'm like, this is the conversation I want to be having. This is narrowing down. This is getting into whether it's a good event in the way that I look at the events, right? You know, I love I love the cycling spawn hours. That's a mechanic that they do that I adore. I love the collection challenges. I adore the mechanic because it's really fun to be like, oh yeah, you gotta focus on what you're catching and you get some benefits. I love it. I always love doing the collection challenges. I've done every single collection challenge. I don't like that they don't do that again on Sunday. Because that means if you only get to play one day, you're worse. You have a worse experience. And like having to use the incense as part of it, like it just feels like this event was just not fully thought out. Having said that, I'm waiting for the finale event. I'm waiting to see what the finale event brings, because in my mind, right, the way that I think of it, we have to take those events together, right, and see how that looks versus the singular event last year of GoFest. So, hello, I've returned. Brian, hello. Eggs not being there was weird. Could have combo egg hatches while playing. Yeah, I would have happily at least tried to get some eggs. I honestly forgot about eggs. I don't feel like they made... They need to do more things with eggs. I've said for a very long time, eggs need a thing. GoFest was a bad community day. I paid $15 for it. So this was part I was saying, Brian. This is part of what I was saying. I'm waiting to see what this finale event is, because that's included in the ticket, right? That's included in the ticket. I'm waiting to see what that is. Overall, I had a good time with GoFest. I had a good time. I had a good weekend. So that's cool. I understand people that say that they didn't have a good time. I understand. I empathize with that. But what I paid $15 for was this event and this event. So I'm waiting to see what this event is before, passing full ultimate judgment on the thing. You know what I mean? So, if we want to get into the nitty gritty, like, I have issues with the spawns that they picked. I have issues with the raids. I had a good time with the event. I think the event had a number of problems that they need to address and take on, like, as design ideas. Do you know what I mean? As, like, design ideas. GoFest was worse than last year. I actually got more shinies last year and had tasks and eggs. Yeah, it not having tasks is weird. It not having eggs is weird. Like, there's a lot of things that, stacking it side by side, you can say almost unequivocally last year was better from, like, like, almost just from a numbers perspective. Oh, Shadow Bibarel. I like that. So, I don't think that's a bad argument. Do you know what I mean? To say, like, look, just looking at what it was last year and what it was this year, like, you can tell. It's like, yeah, look, comparatively, it's worse. But so I'm curious what this finale event is going to be. I'm very curious what is going to happen. Excuse me. Where was I going? Odaiba. I'm not saying I expect to spin the stop, get rare candies or poffins. Spinning, getting a task to catch 10 water types for 20 mega energy for a Pokemon not in the event was not fun, especially when the research I paid for required doing tasks. Yeah, like, and that's what I'm talking about when I say, like, it feels like this event was rushed, or it feels like this event wasn't fully planned out. It's just like, all right, like, this, you know what I mean? It's more than, like, it's just like wow, you just didn't really, all right, you just didn't want to, okay, you know, like, so hello again, friends. Hi, sir. Yeah, I think, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think the event. Oh wow, that special move is awesome. Um, I think overall, like the event was poor. I think the event had some issues. Um, we had a good time, but that was just because we got out and had a good time with it. You know what I mean? That's not going to be everyone's experience, and I understand that. All right. Had fun going to Nice Park, seeing so many people playing Pokemon. But it was hearing a bunch of other people upset about it too. Well, and I mentioned this. You weren't here yet, Brian, but like the people who simply complain that it was a bad event because they didn't get enough shinies is like a non-starter argument. Do you know what I mean? Like, how do you? I think that's like a really difficult discussion to have. Um, so got more shiny Pokemon from the first Go Fest at home on Incense, where I thought I got no shiny Pokemon compared to everyone else. Let's see the big special move. It was 25%. That's not bad. I think it's because it's not, oh, you know what it is? It's not element based. So you're not going to get any like damage modifiers. That makes sense. Yeah, that's interesting. That's going to be good. That's going to be really good for bosses. That's going to be really good for bosses that are all free types. But yeah, like I feel like it's just a hard conversation to have of like oh I didn't get enough shinies. Well, what's enough shinies? Right? I think you know Brian phrases it in a way that's you know you can at least have a conversation where it's like I got more last year. Like okay, that's you know, and talking about tasks and eggs. Like okay, yeah, I get that. But if you're just like I didn't get enough shinies. Well, what's enough? You know, how do you approach that conversation? What's enough? What are the you know and like that's been all of the posts the last couple days on the Pogo subreddit, and I'm just like, ugh, you know. Oh, I didn't want to actually go. But yeah, I'm curious. Like I said, I'm curious what the finale event is. Um, I'm annoyed to an extent that they haven't talked about it yet. Um, but all right, let's go. Let's go deal with this guy. Oh, he's just there again. Oh, okay. I love that he's just in the same spot, like, hey, what's up? Oh, you're here. I've been waiting. I'll take care of that big thing first. It'll be messy if your buds started showing up. Yeah, Soweto told me all about it. You softened up Examon, huh? Way to go, Cyber Sleuth, yeah? Oh, this one? This is the one you're worried about? It's pretty convenient being able to devour anything. Eaters, Digimon, even human beings, really. I just want to eat and eat and eat, and I can't stop. I can't help it. It's like I'm always starving. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. The more I eat, the more power I gain, but at the same time, I'm able to feel less and less. That's bad. That's a sign that it's bad. This is a sign that it's bad. The strange thing is that it's not as bad as I would have thought, for whatever that's worth. Does that repulse you? I suppose it would have. Ha 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 ha. What's that? What's the point of getting this powerful? It's not like I want to do something terrible. That's immediately what somebody who's about to do something terrible said. There was something I'd forgotten to do for so long, and I finally remembered what it was. So I'm going to finish it, and to do that, I need power. More, 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 and more, and more. Because I remembered, I have nowhere to hide. All my escape routes are cut off. So I'm moving forward no matter what happens. I won't try to run or hide anymore. What are you talking about? But who cares about all that? You're right. Let's leave it at that for now. The real matter at hand is this huge thing. What are you talking about? What in the, like... Okay, so he's wind free. Or he's wind data. So this should do a bunch of damage. Yep, 3 times damage, and that's what it did. Great, cool. I think there's an expectation of shiny rates to be high, especially for something you're paying $15 to compared to the community day, where you may pay $1. Especially where it's not much of a chase sort of thing. It's not like they're giving out special moves or a big Giovanni thing. Definitely feel a value conversation can be had, even including the luck aspect of shiny Pokemon. They did a new UB that everybody did 2 raids for, and then Hope finding Rocket Grunts all afternoon was fine. Yeah, there's a value conversation we have 100%, but I feel you need to have a more... You can have that in a constructive way that isn't like, I didn't get enough. Do you know what I mean? Because what's enough shinies? How many shinies is enough shinies? You know what I mean? Where you... I feel like a constructive conversation is, I played all 8 hours and got 3 shinies. I would have expected far more. It's like, okay, I get, okay. We're there. I'm getting it. You know, like we're having this conversation. I feel, you know. Exactly 3. 2 is not enough. 3 is enough. That's good to know. Exactly 3. But yeah, Claude-Fitch rate. What are these words that they use? What is happening? Ambrose of Demise? Oh god. Oh god, his CRT went up. It's very funny to me he does not have a Digimon anymore. It's just him fighting this thing directly. Yeah, I think a good part of the conversation that, like, for me at least, like Brian mentioned, like, the ticket was $15. If the ticket had instead been $5, and then you could buy the finale ticket when they announced the finale event, I feel like people would have had a lot different feelings. You know what I mean? What happened? They didn't die. He just sent them back? Okay. They got hit with knockback. That's interesting. I was like, that's never happened before. So I'm like, I don't understand. I don't know what's occurring. All right. Well, I don't like that. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, because it's defense penetrating. Thanks for killing it right then. Oh, I didn't get a lot of experience. Okay. I'm sure he's not going to data drain it and turn into a big dragon man. I'm sure that's not going to happen. This thing's really too big for me. I'm never going to be able to eat it all. What's that? Something you want to say? Can I know what you want to say anyway? It's been on my mind too. The thought that Soweto could be using me. He's definitely using you. I'm sick and tired of thinking about all that. Let the clever ones sort out the hard stuff. What chapter am I on? 16, I believe. After all, I'm still just a kid. I haven't grown or changed a bit since 8 years ago. Still just a boy. So I should act like one, right? Do what the wise adults tell me, be good. That way I get the power I want. It's simple give and take. That's what I'm talking about. I've disappointed you, haven't I? We got along so well up until now. But look, I'm changing. Huh. I'm no longer the person I once was. Oh, okay. I honestly expect him to try to consume the dragon. Like, just legit. Like, this might be a new chapter. Top Cyber Sleuth. I wonder what that does. I wonder what the CSP stuff actually does. Well done. To think you managed to take down a rampaging dragon even after it had been weakened, ended up turning out just as I expected. I'm one smart cookie. Exmon's activities may have halted, but Magnamon and the others are still monitoring it. There should be no cause for concern, but they're still keeping an eye on it just in case. This completes the bond between you and Digimon. Not only have you successfully courted the Royal Knights to our cause, you've gotten past their misplaced trust and their delusions. Be proud of who you are. Yeah, what is it? For some reason, not talking. You're concerned about Arata Sonata? I suppose, given how you think, you find the prospect exciting. Skills don't rival those of the Royal Knights, but he's approaching that level abnormally quickly. Someday, those powers of his might make him. No, he's perhaps already a threat to us. But I'll excuse me. I'll leave him to you. Use your usual crouching lunge attack. Surely that'll be the best strategy to employ. They say a lot of things in this game that I'm like, what are you saying? Excuse me. Hello, Ami. I know where Miss Rie. No, I know where Crusadermon is. I get help from the Kamishio engineers that analyzed all of Tokyo's digital waves. Traces of the method used to control the digital waves are found in the Akihabara digital shift. Following those traces back led us to picking up a signal that matches Crusadermon's. So please, come to Akihabara. I beg you, I'll be waiting there. Looks like we're about to reach the climax of this case. The only remaining Royal Knights who oppose us are Leopardmon and Crusadermon. Finding out where one of them lurks is a big step. Make haste. Chapter 17, Recollection. All right. We're gonna take a second for the morning break here. Paid $15 for the event. Over the course of 2 days where I played solid 8 to 10 hours, I got 9 shiny Pokemon. I had a community day where I paid $1 for the ticket. Over the course of 3 hours, I got 10. Looking at it from my personal experience, that doesn't feel good. It's also not like the research gave me a bunch of stuff either. I'm not tripping over poppins or lures or anything. It just makes me feel like it was a bad event. Yeah, no, I agree. It was not a good event. I'm not sitting here arguing that it was a good event in any way, shape, or form. But I think it's we didn't see it's the $15 thing that trips me up a little bit. It's the $15 thing that trips me up a little bit. There's still an event to go to deliver value on that $15. Whether they deliver that value remains to be seen, right? I think it's absolutely fair to say this event that this first part of the event that I paid $15 for was not good, and I don't feel confident that they will deliver enough that I will feel good about what I paid. That's totally fine. But there's a part of me that says, like, there's a part of me that's just like, we gotta wait because, like, there's still more. But like I said, they should have made them separate tickets. Honestly, they should have just made them separate tickets. And they should have been like, yeah, it's $10 for this event and $10 for this event. And if you buy them as a bundle, you save money or something. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of bad decisions with this event. So we'll see. We'll see. But all right, I'm gonna go take my morning break before we dive into this new chapter. It's a little early, but diving into a new chapter is a good time for it. I'll quit hopping on it, man. It never feel bad. No, that's fine. That's fine. I had a good time, but that is, you know, the circumstances I had it in. So, you know, one thing that was rad as hell, one really good thing, the shaman encounter, that art was good. Yeah, that the shaman encounter was the best one they've had. The shaman encounter was the best they've had. I think the Meloetta encounter was a close second, but that shaman encounter was solid. Like, it was very, very good. It was very fun. It felt special, right? It felt special in a way that this should feel special. So yeah, I enjoyed it. That was good. That was a good thing. That was unequivocally good. I can agree. But all right. I like when they do a cool thing. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna be back for in a little bit after I take my break, and we'll dive into chapter 17.